All right, Nicole. How long have you been helping out here at the open shelter?
Since January of last year, around like the end of January of last year.
Okay. And what led you to the open shelter?
I met y'all because I came down here to get my birth certificate, and then I had to volunteer for my snaps. So I called Salomon, and he said, "Come in tomorrow." I've never left.
Okay, for those who might not know, when you say snaps, what is that?
Food stamps.
Food stamps?
Yes,
Okay.
because at the time I was in a shelter and didn't have a job, so I signed up for food stamps. And then I came here to volunteer for those hours. And then I found out I wasn't supposed to be volunteering because I was homeless. So I just still came back, and now this is my family, basically.
Great. What shelter were you at that time?
Nancy's.
At
Nancy's place.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Nancy's place.
And if you don't mind me asking, it's up to you if you want to share or not. Why were you at Nancy's?
I just fell on my luck. My job had closed. I was at
Okay.
Old Charlie's on Hamilton Road, and it closed, and I was working there temporary service, and then I started getting backed up on my rent. So when my lease was up, I told them I didn't want to put them through no more, so I didn't sign my lease. I thought I was going to be able to live with my son, but he said no.
Oh, okay. You have a son?
Yes.
Um, does he lives here then, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay.
He bought a house, and he works for a law firm.
Oh,
Yeah. So my situation, period, this journey, it just made me estranged. I don't know why he didn't help me, but it just
Right.
made us estranged now. So
Yeah.
it's just really weird.
Tell us a little bit about what you're doing here at the open chair. Actually, if you want to walk around while we do this, I guess that might be better. Tell a little bit about what you've been doing to help out here at the open shelter.
Okay. So we just sort the donations, and then I try to be creative with whatever I do. And we have a section where there are pads, adult pads, tampons. Yeah, so they got access to this. And then here is the toothbrushes and toothpaste and chapstick, a little bit of everything. Yeah. And then this is our camping area. And what I love about it here, when I first got here, I thought it was so awesome to hear Solomon say inside, outside, shelter. I like the inclusivity of everyone's welcome. You don't have to be ashamed of your situation. So here we get, this is for the people that stay outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and we got sleeping bags. Yep, and hand warmers and anything possible that they can need to survive.
And
We try to
then,
provide that for them.
then you have the clothing area.
Yes.
Over here. I'll follow you there.
Okay, so the donations, these are all donations, and what we do is sort them out. And then, so right now we're getting rid of all the winter clothes, and then we put the winter clothes out to the public so they could, for freebies. Yep. And then you got over here, we have our socks, underwear, and I keep these when they donate them. I keep these aside for people who specially come in here and say, I need something warm to wear for work or something like that.
Okay.
So I keep those aside. Yeah, so yeah.
And then you have the shopping area out
Yes.
here,
Yes.
which you've done a really good job of organizing. And
Yeah. Well, we try to do our best to keep it clean. I'd like to have it so presentable because I want them to feel like, they got something good on the body. They got the purses, got belts, shoes. Yep. So right now I'm switching the room out for the summer clothes. Yep.
it looks great.
And over there's the men's side. Yeah, over here's the men's side. So we try to make sure they have everything they need. But of course, it depends on the donations.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so, and mainly we need like donations for men pants. Those go really fast.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. What are some of the things that, I mean, you've been helping out for over a year. Some of the things that you think we really need, some of the things that are hard to keep in stock.
Men's jeans and kids, like for 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, those sizes. We have a lot of baby clothes, but we needed some clothes that fit like a 10-year-old, 9-year-old, 8-year-old, something like that. So
Okay.
we need more of those.
Okay.
And of course, underwear, men's underwear. Yes, they go really fast.
Okay.
Like they don't last a day. And when I put them in a bucket.
Right.
So, and then they're sometimes like, yeah, we just need men underwear. I just feel bad when somebody asks for underwear and I don't have them.
Oh, yeah.
You know
That
what I'm
happens,
saying?
though. And like you said, it depends on donations.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. How has helping out and doing such a fantastic job with the material assistance area, what has that meant to you?
It changed my life. It just completely changed my life. I just lucked up, and everyone doesn't get this lucky to be surrounded by love and support. I don't know what I would have did, personally, because I had never been homeless before, never been in a shelter before. I was scared. When I walked in here, I only had the clothes on my back, had no clothes. So they saved my life, and I don't know. I'm crying. I just love it here.
So, are you staying somewhere now? Are you housed?
Yes, I was housed at the end of August. At the end of August, I was housed, and I got hired for a job at the same time. The job, when I got from the job, me and my caseworkers went back to Easton Place and tried again. And the landlord was really nice, so she was calculating, and she was like, "Yeah, you can come here." I was like, "Yeah." My caseworkers was happy.
So you enjoy it there where you're staying?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, it's in Easton.
that's great. That's great.
Easton.
If you don't mind, tell me a little bit about yourself. Are you from Columbus?
I was born in Detroit, Michigan.
Okay.
But I've been here since like around 6. So half of our family's in Michigan, half of them are here. I have a 2-year degree in multimedia design.
Oh, wow.
I worked at Chase for 7 years, and then my role got eliminated. Then I was sitting on unemployment, and then I applied for Olive Garden because you got to do that every week, and they hired me on the spot. So I said, well, maybe I'm gonna go get my happy back and go back to serving. So I did that. That's what I was doing. Yeah, serving and bartending. I bartended at the Melting Pot for 3.5 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You mentioned being homeless. How long were you homeless?
From January the 17th. Well, I went to Van Buren first.
Okay.
And then I got moved to Nancy's place. Yeah. So I'm going to say, January is when,
Okay. January of last year?
yes.
Okay. What were some of the struggles you went through while you were homeless?
Find a place to use the bathroom. Like, I had to walk here from Nancy's place because they wouldn't give me a bus pass.
Oh.
So I just said, screw it, I walked here. Find places to find bathrooms.
Right.
What mainly hurt when I went homeless is because I think in my family, if I was anybody else, they wouldn't have allowed me to be homeless. Like my sister, she just moved in, my sister in Detroit, because she left her boyfriend. So that hurt me. I'm glad she did, but that hurt me because I was out there for some months and months.
Right.
And no one gave me that option.
I don't know if you'd want to share. What are some of the reasons you think that might be? Why is it your family kind of turned their back on you?
I don't know. I always was strong, the strong
Right.
one. So I went to stay with my mom a little bit too after that. And the family was like, you're enabling her and all that kind of stuff. And when I had a lot of money, I used to do so much for my family.
Oh,
So, and then my son just started acting funny. Like he's
gotcha.
never called me and said, "Mom, are you hungry? Do you need something to eat? I could DoorDash you something."
Right.
No, he didn't do that. But
Gotcha.
it's okay because I have to learn how to build
Right.
myself up and stand on my own. I have people around me from the doctors at Mark Carmel. They're so supportive, and so I'm about to just move on. And I'm doing exactly. When I was a little girl, I dreamed of having my own orphanage.
Oh,
So this is like, it's kind of like a full circle for me to be here. And then the people that I was in the shelter with, they were cool. We all supported each other. We all supported each other.
that's good.
So I wasn't quite alone all the time. So we all support each other, and I still see them in here. And yeah, so I made some friends. And not everybody that is homeless is a drug addict or all that. That's just not true.
Right.
And some of the nicest people were the people, the ones, the outsides, on the corners, really nice. They were really nice. So it's a stereotype that, homeless people are just walking around smoking crack. That is not the case.
Right.
We all had we all have our dreams. It's just life happens.
Right.
Yeah.
What are some of like maybe some goals or plans you might have for the future?
Well, I want to be hired on here. That's my goal. Eventually, I get hired on because I love to get up and do this. I love to be around y'all.
Right.
Yeah. And then when I first got my job, I was kind of going into a depression because I wasn't here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, you're doing a fantastic job. Like I said, everything looks great. If someone were to ask you about the open shelter, what would you tell them?
It's a place where family is. You can find peace here. We feed you. Just relax. And this is just a friendly, loving place. Yeah, it's just a friendly, loving place.